So the Game Awards are coming up in a few weeks, and honestly, Clair Obscur is probably going to sweep half the categories this year, which is fine, it deserves the hype. It was one of my favorite games that came out this year. But it made me think back to last year, and I wanted to make a quick video about what I personally thought was the best game that came out in 2024. Last year, the Game Awards gave Game of the Year to Astro Bot, and yeah, it deserved it. Finally, oh my god. Well, out of every single game I played in 2024, the one I actually enjoyed the most was Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance. These are all the games I played last year and the scores I gave them. And then this is Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance's score. And after getting the Platinum trophy on it, it instantly became my second favorite game of all time, only behind Elden Ring. It's also 75% off right now, so I figured this was the perfect time to talk about why this game was my personal game of the year for 2024. I even made sure it was my 50th Platinum, and the Platinum trophy name sounds crazy. King, Eternal, Immortal, Unbroken. It sounds elite. Also, just so you know, all of the gameplay footage you're seeing is only from the first hour of the game. I'm keeping everything else out because I really don't want to spoil any of the story, the later areas, the attack skills you can unlock, or any of the recruitable demons you get later on. Before I talk about the gameplay, I want to explain why this series mattered to me in the first place. Vengeance is basically a complete remake and expansion of the original SMT V that came out on the Nintendo Switch in 2021. And the original game is literally the only reason I even bought a Switch. Before that, I played Persona 5 Royal and I enjoyed it, but I didn't like how much downtime there was. All the social links, school stuff, days where you're not actually playing. Then I saw the trailer for SMT V and it seemed like it removed everything I didn't like about Persona. It looked like pure gameplay, pure exploration, pure difficulty. So I ordered a Switch just to play it. When it finally came out, I played around 80 hours straight in a single week. And after waiting almost 3 years, they finally announced Vengeance on the same day as Shadow of the Erdtree's reveal. And the games released only about a week apart, which was kind of crazy. Now let's talk about the main reason this game is so good. The press turn system. In my opinion, this is the best turn-based combat system ever made. Here's how it works. If you hit an enemy with an element they're weak to, you gain an extra turn. If you use something they block, you lose 2 turns. And if they absorb the attack, you lose all of your turns instantly. And the same thing applies to the enemy. If they hit your weakness, they get extra turns. If they hit something you block or absorb, they lose turns. So you can build your team around baiting the enemy into wasting their turns, or if you're careless, you can accidentally end up giving them extra turns. It makes every fight strategic, and there's no autopilot kind of fighting method. The difficulty pairs perfectly with the combat. It's strict but it's fair. Bosses feel more like puzzles. You need to plan your demons, which are the party members in this game, your skills, your buffs, your weaknesses. If you lose, you understand the reason why you lost. And when you win, it feels exciting, it feels earned. One thing I love is the world design. The game is split into 4 large open world zones you can freely explore. Each map is full of hidden paths, strong demons, platforming sections, meaningful collectibles, and satisfying shortcuts that you can unlock. There are tons of side quests. Some unlock new demons you can add to your roster, some add lore, some introduce optional bosses. You can easily get lost for hours just exploring, fighting, and doing quests. The game constantly rewards exploration. You almost never need to grind. Another huge reason Vengeance is so good is because it isn't just a port, it's a full remake with a brand new 80-hour storyline, a new region, new bosses, new late game content, new cutscenes, a bunch of fixes to the original game, especially the original story, which a lot of people online complained about back in 2021. It basically turns SMT V into the version it should have been from the start. And then there's the demon negotiation. This mechanic is pure chaos. So most RPGs let you capture enemies automatically once you get them down to a low health or something like that. But SMT makes you talk to them and try to convince them to join your party. They might ask for money, HP items, like stamina, or sometimes they just insult you after taking all of your money and just leave. This clip I'm showing explains it better than I can. He takes my money, and he still gets off because I don't have an item he's looking for. The story takes place in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo that's been overrun by demons. Your character gets pulled into this destroyed world, and the whole story is about trying to figure out what happened, trying to protect the people you know, and seeing if the world can even be saved without spoiling anything. And the Japanese dub is perfect for this setting. Every voice sounds deep, imposing, and almost sinister. Not in a weird way, but in a way where every character sounds like they have their own agenda. Everyone sounds serious, individualistic, and like they're constantly sizing you up or trying to G-check you.
聞け同胞たちよ。天使長の命により我アブディエルがベテル全軍の指揮を執る。我らが敵は混沌の悪魔ども。邪悪な蛇に従い秩序を破る者たちだ。
It fits the vibe of the game very well, which is why I recommend if you're going to play this game to just use the Japanese dub. Now for the Platinum Trophy. This is one of the best JRPG Platinums I've ever gone for, but it's not simple. You do have to play through the game 6.25 times. The first 2 full playthroughs are for the 2 main routes, and then a third full playthrough on a new difficulty that gets unlocked. But the last 3 playthroughs are basically 4-hour speedruns each. And then the final quarter playthrough is just to reach the point where you can access all of the virtual trainer battles. This is because you need all 6 endings on a single save file to unlock those battles. Once you unlock that area, you have to beat every trainer battle to get the final trophy. There are also 200 collectibles, but you unlock an ability that marks them on the map in each region, so it's not that bad. It actually makes exploration more fun. So yeah, the Platinum takes time, but the game is so replayable and fun that I didn't mind doing it. So yeah, SMT V Vengeance wasn't just my favorite game of 2024, it became my second favorite game of all time. The gameplay, the difficulty, the world design, the exploration, the story, the music, everything just hits perfectly. With the Game Awards hype going on, this game will probably get overshadowed again. Same with last year, a remake can't really get nominated for too many categories. So if you haven't played it, especially while it's 75% off, definitely try it out. And if you're a trophy hunter, this is one of the best JRPG Platinums you can earn. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your game of the year for 2024 was, and also for this year, or if you've played SMT V Vengeance, and how do you think it compares to some of the other JRPGs that you've played. And if you want more trophy content, feel free to subscribe. I've got more videos coming soon. At 100 subscribers, I'm going to be making a platinum journey on Hollow Knight Silksong. I also released a 48-minute platinum journey for Wuchang Fallen Feathers. You can click the video on screen to check it out. Definitely subscribe and stay tuned.